Okay. All
All
right. Well, welcome to Summit Center for Spiritual Living, where we share universal good through love. And I'm going to turn this over to Michael to light our candle.
Well, hi there. Good morning. And so the candle I light this morning, on behalf of all of us here, first it's a 2-wick candle. Again, um, the wax represents again that we're all one. That there's only one. First candle I light is again the divinity candle, reminding us that the kingdom of heaven is within us. It's not some far off place, but it's right within us. We are the holy tabernacle of God as us. And the second candle I light is that of the community candle. And again, as you can see, that the light is much greater. So when we meet as community, again, that we shine a much greater light into the world. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. And John?
All right. Loving now. Loving yesterday, loving tomorrow, loving today, loving now, loving awareness, kindness and happiness, peace and goodness, loving now. Loving music, loving singing, loving harmony, loving now, loving awareness, kindness and happiness, peace and goodness, loving now. Loving forgiveness, loving gratefulness, loving creativity, loving as we could, loving wisdom, being kinder, living better, loving what is good. Loving nature, loving beauty, loving each other, loving now, loving awareness, kindness and happiness, peace and goodness, loving now, loving now.
All right. Thank you so much, John, for that music. And our speaker today is going to be Carol Andrick, and she is speaking on meditation. So that's going to be wonderful, I am sure. And let's see, it's time to do 365. Michael?
Yes, good morning. Hi, everyone. Welcome. And to all of the people who are watching on Facebook, I know you're out there. Okay, so again, thank you for watching our service today. So today I read from Science Mind 365, and I read the affirmation is I honor the presence of God. I honor the presence of God. So say that with me silently. I honor the presence of God. And from the Gospel of John, it says, if I honor myself, my honor is nothing. It is my Father that honoreth me. So from the commentary of Dr. Ernest Holmes, he said that if I honor myself alone, not realizing that I am one with that divine presence, then I shall quickly exhaust a small portion of good that I, as a human being, can at any one moment contain. But if I honor the presence of God in me, of God around me and through me, of God in and through everything, then I am indeed honoring the presence of God. For one Spirit is over all, in all, and through all, and the one presence is all. There can be no separation from this presence, no apartness, no division. It is one, complete and total, equally distributed and everywhere available. To feel this presence in things, in people, and in human events, and to sense that it is all inclusive, is to honor God and to provide in one's own self a place where the divine can go forth anew into creation. So know with me, as Dr. Holmes wrote, today I am honoring the presence of God. I feel God's beauty in the rose-tinted dawn and in the glow of the evening sunset. In the flower, I find the loveliness of God's beauty. In the mountains, I see God's strength. In the quietness of evening time, I feel God's presence. And through the night, I know that this presence blankets me. Therefore, I sleep in peace and wake in joy and live in a consciousness of good. Seeing God in others, I enter into companionship with the divine in all people. In an outstretched hand, in the smile of recognition, and in the warm embrace of friends, I feel the one presence, the one power, the one life. And so I give thanks. With a song in my heart and with a joy unspeakable, I give thanks to this presence. May I evermore embrace and be embraced by the love, the beauty, and the goodness of God. Science Mind 365.
Thank you, Michael. All right. I want to thank John for today for filling in for Tim. Tim was supposed to do the music today, but he is under the weather. But we know that he's doing better. So thank you, John, for doing that. And I'm going to let John go ahead and lead us into meditation. I can't quite hear your music. So do you have your
Yeah.
do you have it on? Musicians?
Yeah.
Okay, there, that's better. I can hear it now. All right.
Well, I was playing softly.
Okay.
I love you. I forgive you. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I forgive you. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I forgive you. Please forgive me. Thank you. Thank you.
And as we gather together, and please just take in a deep breath with me and release and relax and just let go. Let's take in another deep breath. As we release and relax, just allow our chair to support us. And then one more great big deep breath in. And as we relax, just allow the loving hands of God to lift us up, hold us up. It is a beautiful day today. It is a magnificent day. And as we gather together, we gather with each other and our heart light shines. Because that's where Spirit is. Spirit is within us, as us, through us, around us. Spirit is everywhere. Spirit is love and peace and joy, power and wisdom, beauty, light and life, abundance and prosperity, wholeness, completeness, and perfection. Spirit is all there created all there is in all there is, has all there is. Every part of the universe is spirit. The stars, the moons, the black holes even, the stardust, the planets, our planet, Earth, the wonderfulness of nature, the beauty of the trees and the mountains and the beaches, the deserts, the sands, the oceans, the rivers, the grass, the flowers, the bees, the butterflies, the insects, the animals, the oceans, animals, the fish and the whales and the dolphins, the bears, the lions, the tigers, the puppies, the kitties, the dogs, the cats, everything you can think of is spirit. It's there. It's just in a different form. So knowing this, knowing that spirit is everywhere, I claim that we are one with spirit. We are one with all that is. And I am grateful that we are one for all that is. I speak my word now for Summit Center And I know for Carol Ann, as she speaks, it's her words are God's words in her that are coming through her, in her, and as her. As John plays, that his music is God's music. And I know for Tim that his health is being revitalized, being restored, and he is whole, perfect, and complete. And I know for anybody else that may have a challenge, that whether it be physical, mental, emotional, physical, it's taken care of right here and right now. So with this, I give thanks. I give thanks for all the good that is happening right here and right now. And I release my word into the law. I know it's already done because I spoke it. And so it is. So I let it be. Amen.
I love you. I forgive you. Please forgive me. Thank you. Thank you.
So as you open your eyes and you come back to the room, please open up your cameras and take a moment to look into each other's eyes and see the magnificent, special person, the God within each other. I really love this part of the day. It just feels so good. Okay, well, thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you, John. Okay, so I am now turning this over to Dr. Carol Andritt, who is going to talk us about on meditation. And thank you, Carol Ann. All right, you're not muted. You're still muted, honey. You're still muted. There you go.
3 tries, wow.
Hey, you got it. That's the main thing.
Absolutely. Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you all, each and every one of you, for being here now in the present moment. And if you are listening later, your presence is also welcome, because your presence is enough. And that is the good news. Even if I didn't say another word, that's the good news. Our presence is enough. But today I'm going to talk on meditation, and I have been slowly reading one of my favorite books. I'm going to hold it up. It's called On Meditation by Krishnamurti, and that's a picture of him in the front. And I'm not sure where he was located, but he lived from 1895 to 1986. And I missed discovering him by 2 or 3 years. But he is a renowned spiritual leader and a mystic. I find in reading his books, the first one I read, and if you're interested in reading one, start with I don't know, Freedom from the Known. And I read it 3 times before I kind of got it. It was one of those, I would read a paragraph and I'd finish it, and it was like, I don't know what he said. I know he said something, it felt good, I could feel it, but I didn't know what it said. I could not, I don't know how to internalize it. So after reading it 3 times and marking the book up every time with different ahas, I was beginning to get it. But this book on and a little bit about Krishnamurti, when very early in his life, they found him to be very aware, very alert, and could answer questions that had puzzled people, men and women, for many years. And they began to consider him the second coming of Christ. And in his teen years, he got very upset with them and said, I am not. Do not lay that on me. That is not who I am. That is not my purpose. They finally backed away from that, and in the coming years realized that he was here as another way shower. It is interesting to I kind of look at myself and watch the books that I'm drawn to at different periods in my life. And I don't know if you kind of observe the books you're drawn to in different periods of your life. It just, things just kind of jump out, and it's go over here, read this, and then go on with something else. Very early in my spiritual endeavors, I kept asking, and people as they talked and afterwards, and I say, well, tell me more. Where's the Ann Moore here? What's going on? What's going on? And my friends said I should change my name to Ann Moore. And I thought, that would be a good nom de plume, ANNMORE, and change it to Ann, ANN, Moore, MOORE. Yeah, it was just, and I think if you think back to when you started to meditate or you got interested in meditation, for me, I was kind of an extension of prayer. It was like, yeah, prayer's really good, and I'm feeling pretty comfortable with this, but isn't there more, to what we need to be? And so I was always asking uh, that question. And it was like in the beginning, I felt like, well, meditation is kind of deeper prayer work in a way. And I kind of played back and forth with, what is it, and everything. But uh, I found that very early, I discovered Krishnamurti. Excuse me, and he really challenged me. So uh, because I like words, and I like to play with words. I like to find the right word, the words that open my heart or open somebody else's heart. So in my writing and in my speaking, I'm looking always for the not that there are wrong words, but a better word to open somebody's heart. If you look at life in general, when you meet people, we get to a lot of things automatically. Hi, how are you? Hi, what's going on? And I decided that rather than just saying, oh, I'm fine or nothing, I tried to, both in reading people and leaving a situation, is to say something a little bit different that might open their heart for a little bit. Um, One of the things that pops up when I meet someone for the first time, and especially on the phone, in talking to credit card people and all. At the end of the conversation, they'll say, "Is there anything else I can do for you?" And I'll say something like, "Have the rest of your day be so incredible that you will go home with a smile." And it stops them short. Whatever you say, it stops them short. And it's like you can just feel kind of like this breath of energy wash over them, and they'll say, "Oh, thank you." And I'll even occasionally I feel like saying, "It's going to get better. Enjoy it." And so I encourage you to play with words. Oh, let's get back on to dear Krishnamurti. Um, let's see. If you stop and think of the word meditation, what do you think of? What do you think of? You think of getting quiet. You're thinking of stopping. Some people think of all the things that they need to do to meditate. Get in a quiet place. Some people want music. Some people burn incense. Some people want to be in nature. But when we say let's meditate, I always ask the question, well, what happens if your flight is detained and you're really getting upset and you really need to meditate and there isn't a quiet place, there is music? How do you meditate then? Can you sit in a busy place and go within? So all these things are just kind of circling around in my head as I started to read Krishnamurti, and what I talk about is only 1.5 paragraphs of how he writes, because I want you to feel his style and where he's coming from. So the word meditation itself, in most people, arouses or calls forth a certain feeling or a certain quietness. Just the word can do that for us. But here's the important thing. Now, this is Krishnamurti speaking. Here's the important thing. The word is not the thing. The word is not the thing. The word, the name or the symbol, if not totally understood, is a terrible, yes, a terrible thing, because the word then acts as a barrier and it makes the mind a slave. I've never heard anyone else in my whole life say something like that. And it was just, so it goes on. And the reaction to the word, to the symbol, makes most of us act because we are unaware or unconscious of the fact itself. In other words, we are slaves to the words. Slaves to the words. Wow. We come to the fact, to what's with our opinions, judgments, and evaluations and memories, and we never see the fact. We never see the what is. And this must be clearly understood. Now, I don't know about you, but when I first read that, I said, what did he say? What it says? This is so completely different, so completely coming out of left field for me. And I would reread and reread and reread that. Well, after rereading it many times, I can put it in my words, and my words would be, is we have an incredible mind that stores everything. However, we experience it. And that is the crucial word. However, we experience it. So everything, our words are based upon, and the definitions of our words are based upon our parents, our friends, the TV, I mean, all the, stimuli around us. And it begins as an infant. And even before we speak, in utero, before the baby is born, once its ears are developed, it can hear, it can sense. It doesn't know what it means, but it can feel. So if the parents have an argument, the baby feels that. The baby knows that, but they don't have any words to express it. Krishnamurti says we can never see the fact of what is. And I add, because we rely on our brain. And what does our brain do? It accumulates facts that color our perception. So Krishnamurti would say, to comprehend every experience, every state of mind, the what is, the actual fact, the actuality, one must not be a slave to the word. Here's that word slave coming up again. And that's one of the most important things. I just stand in awe. And you know how sometimes you go pretty good and think you have a handle on something, and all of a sudden something comes along and it makes you stop and it makes you rethink. And that's what he did, this whole idea of slave to the words. So here's why. The naming of it, the word, arouses those memories that we have been placed even before we can put words to them. And even now, if I say a word, your mind automatically will give you an impression or a thought on it. If I say the word sunset, you might feel relaxed, you might feel warm, there might be a smile on your face, but there is a physiological reaction to it. If I say bargain, different physiological reaction because our brain has categorized that word. Or if I say Michael, how many different thoughts come through our mind just saying a person's name? And what happens is those memories impinge upon the fact, they control the shape and offer guidance to the facts, to the what is. Now that's Krishnamurti again. So what I believe he's saying is one must be extraordinarily aware of this confusion. And then he would say, and not bring about a conflict between the word and the actuality, the what is. So the words have feelings, they have ideas behind them, emotions behind them. And there can be a conflict between the word and actually how it is being used in a situation. And Krishnamurti goes on and says, and this is a very arduous task for the mind that demands precision and clarity. And I would add to that, our mind is a filing system and it files things. And that is our first resource we automatically go to when something is happening, when something is coming up. Krishnamurti goes on and says, without clarity, one cannot see things as they are. Okay, without clarity, one cannot see things as they are. So the words carry with them an emotion. You say parent, and one person hearing the word parent is going to have a negative reaction to it. Another person is going to have warm feelings, but they are the word and the feeling behind it are automatically categorized and filed in your brain. Now, there is extraordinary beauty in seeing things as they are, not from your opinions, judgments, and memories, which is what we hold in our brain, but seeing them as they really are. One has to see the tree as it is and not go back into their memory bank. This is what, this is what I'm beginning to realize is the real meaning of presence, to see things clearly and not based upon past experience, memory, but leaving all that away, and so that there is no confusion. And in order to see things clearly, that means we have to step back behind our mind, which is limited. Krishnamurti goes on. Similarly, one has to see the sky or the water in the evening, just to see without verbalization, without arousing symbols, ideas, or memories. I would call that present moment awareness. You're so much into the present moment that it totally engulfs you in a whole new situation. Krishnamurti goes on, beauty is the appreciation, the sensitivity to things about one, to nature, to people, to ideas. If there is no sensitivity, there will be no clarity. The two are together synonymous, sensitivity and clarity. This clarity is essential to use if we would understand what meditation is. So the clarity comes that we are seeing without the story, without anything in, be fully present in this moment, with no past and no future, simply to be here now. And this is where I'm going to leave you. This is a paragraph and a half that you can see that as you read Krishnamurti, you don't get very far fast if you're really going to get it. But what it is doing is it's giving us the opportunity to stop being a slave to the words. Once you recognize what's behind that statement, to step into the present moment, to live in the present moment and experience life. So thank you for being here today. Enjoy the present moment. Enjoy life. Thanks. And I will
Well,
open up to any comments or questions. Yeah.
oh, thank you, Caroline. I mean, it's just yeah, I can relate with what you were saying about, reading an author and then like three times and then going ahead and going, I still don't understand it. But then if I keep reading it, then the words will jump off the page. So yeah, I think that we are defined by the filing system. So again, what would happen if we would again step away from the filing system and just go ahead and then just experience
Well,
experience.
and that's what the beauty of it, because when we step away from the filing system, we can recognize that it's there. But when you are in the present moment, you don't have to be concerned about anything from the past. You don't have to be concerned about what's going to happen in the future. You can be right here. And that's the only place we can live, really is.
What was that title again? Freedom from the what?
Freedom from the known,
Okay.
KNOWN.
Words are, symbols, and so are the letters that make up words, and they actually express thought. It's all, and art is another way of communication. We use words because we use them to communicate. You can have all kinds of amazing thoughts that go so fast you can't even put them into words when you're meditating or thinking. But then when you go to try to communicate with someone else, you use these little devices that we've developed over centuries and thousands of years to communicate letters and words. And we've learned to see the whole sequence of symbols in a word and know immediately what that word is. But you're right, it has limitations that way. So I encourage holistic thinking, where you try to express nuance, not just in the words, but in the group of words or the way you use the words to suggest something as a symbol would, more than just the word. And then poetry, and then poetry with music, we call it a song. Those are both
Absolutely.
expanding the nuance of the words, in other words, art.
Yes, yes, yes. And amazing when you think of, you have a definition of something, and people you talk to could have an entirely definition of that. So you actually can kind of be talking past each other.
Well, another thought is, in a poem or a song, you might bring back a similar idea with different words. The different ways of going up the mountain to hopefully get to a common expression at the top, a common experience.
I think that's what makes it fun in climbing the mountain. First, it has no top, which
That's right. Yeah.
and it's not like, and it has no checklist you can check off to make sure that you're moving in the right direction. And I think the fact that we're all climbing it together, which means sometimes Michael's going to take the lead, sometimes somebody else is going to take the lead, and sometimes you're behind, sometimes you're in the middle, sometimes you're ahead. But the thing is, you're all moving forward. You're all discovering, each at your own pace.
Yeah, the even the word meditation, if again in the filing cabinet, that I think again kind of limits, why can't I be meditating right now rather than closing my eyes? If I'm fully present in the moment with you, then I'm meditating.
That's right. You're in
So
that place. You're in that place of awareness and clarity. And I find what helps people to be there is put their hand on their heart. Because when you put your hand on your heart, it brings the attention down to the heart, to the present moment. And it's just a nice, and most people don't realize that. And I like to watch speakers to see that sometimes that, they'll be talking and they'll put their hand on their heart. Sometimes they'll put both hands on their heart, or they'll hold their hands in a certain way. And it's like, I wonder if they really know what automatically they are doing. Because even though you don't realize it and you have your hand here, it's still on some level putting you in closer to your heart. Yeah.
yeah. Excellent talk, Caroline. Again, thank you. I just appreciate so much your presence in my life. Just thank you. I'm honored just to be with you. So thank you. All right. Anybody else here? All right. So John, how about a song, please?
All right. Well, this song is a little bit older than Summit Spiritual Center, going back to 1999. I actually wrote it in the summer of 99 on Michelle's porch. And it's just a nice song it's called A Song. When things are moving slow or seeming to go wrong, We've been racing on the go. We need a special song. A song we can hum along to relax our minds and make us strong. The kind of song to lift us high like sunlight in the sky. But to find a song that is good, so many songs, so many words. If we listen, can we hear a song worth being heard? A song we can hum along to relax our minds and make us strong. The kind of song to lift us high like sunlight in the sky. A song can calm your mind with the message that it sends, or it may recall a special time of being with your friends. A song we can hum along to relax our minds and make us strong. The kind of song to lift us high like sunlight in the sky.
Well, thank you, John. That was wonderful. And Carol Ann, your talk was absolutely wonderful as well. And I do apologize. I did not get to say anything before, but it was fantastic. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And like Michael, I'm just blessed to have you in my life. And I'm so grateful for that. So, okay. It is that time in our service where we have the opportunity to give. So what we want to do, there's a couple ways you can do that. You can go to either Zelle or to PayPal, and you would put in SSC of Akron at gmail.com, and you can give that way. Or you can send a check or a money order to 119 with the word summit on it to 1199 Lexington Avenue, Akron, Ohio 44310, and we will get that as well. So so as we symbolically take our gifts in our hand, right top over left, just know with me that all that we have, all that we give, all that we receive is blessed in a very gracious manner, that it goes to the work of Summit Center for Spiritual Living, but it also goes back to the people who gave 10 times or more. And it is just blessed in a very special way. So it is, and so I let it be. Amen. Okay, how about some good, more good, John?
Good and more good is mine, and ever increasing good is mine. Unlimited, infinite good is mine. Wherever I go, I see good. Whatever I do, I feel oh so good. I'm worthy and entitled to good and more good. It crowds itself upon us, wraps itself around us. We give ourselves permission to accept more good, express more good. Good and more good is ours, and ever increasing good is ours. Thank you, Spirit, and so it is.
Okay, it is announcement time.
Hi. Yes, ntmedia.org. That's where I spend most of my week. And great programs on there, including the one that I'm working with scholar Dr. Ruth Miller, who's now the dean of Emerson Institute. And it's called New Thought Roots and Branches. And great program that we're doing. Last week we did Ernest Holmes, and this week on New Thought Roots and Branches, it is Eric Butterworth. So great. Again, we're getting towards the end of the series, but it's we've done probably well over 20 hours of history of New Thought. So that's you go to the YouTube page, it's all there, all archived. New Thought Media Network on YouTube. And I would before Diana mentions about the picnic, I really encourage everyone to make some space and come to the picnic. I think again, it'd be nice to see everyone. We have invited everybody. We've invited our in-laws, our outlaws, our uplaws, our downlaws. We've invited everybody. So please come to the picnic, and Diana will have more information in a moment. So thank you. And so, John David Miller, what are you doing these days?
Well, besides the normal stuff of, sleeping, eating, and other bodily functions, I have a blog at yeswise.com called Yeswise Inspiry, and other materials as well, but that's the one I suggest for you at yeswise.com, Yeswise Inspiry.
Okay, and I will talk about the picnic then. That is August 6th, Wednesday. It's going to be at it's in the national park at the Octagon shelter, and it's 800 Trexel Road in Peninsula, technically, even though it's feels like it's in Cuyahoga Falls, but that's beside the point. It's if you ever went to Virginia Kendall, it's the old go down the road that used to be the way to Virginia Kendall. So
Still is,
but it's
I think they just call it Kendall now, though. Kendall
instead of right, exactly. So, anyways, that it's going to be from 10 to 6. We're not going to really get anybody there till about 11, and then we'll probably serve lunch about 12:30, 1 o'clock. And we ask that everybody bring a dish to share, even if it's just a bag of chips or something easy. It doesn't have to be hard. And that I've got at least 10 people at this point. I'm hoping to hear from some more. I'm going to call some more today just to get a better idea. But I think we have enough people that it's worth our going ahead and have the picnic.
Oh, yeah.
So, anyways, I think it's going to be a good time. So please join us for that. It's lots of people and lots of food, and there's going to be lots of food. We've got plenty of stuff for everybody. There's going to be vegetarian stuff. There's going to be regular, good old fashioned meat lover stuff. So it's going to be good. So, all right. Okay. Is there any other things for announcements? No? Okay. So let's just do our moment of silence. And that moment of silence is let's just know for anybody or anything or even the world that may need some help in meeting the challenges that that being met right now, this moment that God has it all taken care of. All we have to do is just trust, trust, and put our faith and our mind in knowing the best, the high, and the highest good for each and every person is happening. So I'm going to ring us in and I'm going to ring us out. So the light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
We are the people of love. We are the people of love. Sing out, people, sing out love. We are the people of love. We are the people of peace. We are the people of peace. Sing out, people, sing out peace. We are the people of peace. We are the people of joy. We are the people of joy. Sing out, people, sing out joy. We are the people of joy. We are the people of love. We are the people of love. Sing out, people, sing out love. We are the people of love. We are the people of love.
All right. Thank you so much. And Hannah, you can now end our Facebook feed. And once that's done, we will just have an opportunity